Welcome back to my channel, everyone. It's been long since I made the last video, which was a couple of months back, but I haven't stopped. I'm here again with another very interesting video for me. The good news is that my parents have got visitor visa to Canada for 3 years, and the best part is I haven't involved any agent for the processing of their visa. We got the visa within a month. So in this video, I will talk about how can you get a visitor visa for your friends and family if you are a permanent resident or a citizen in Canada. And we will talk about the documents needed. We will talk about everything in detail. So watch this video until the end if anyone from your family or friends are visiting Canada to see how can you apply visa for them. Okay, so let's get on the computer and see the first initial step. Now, the most important part is of this video, and it was so bizarre that there's no such information which I'm going to show you guys on the website. Now, this is a portal. You actually need to have an invitation code in order to apply for the visitor visa. Now, this is the website, which is nowhere mentioned. I did a lot of Google. I spoke to a few people. Nobody knew how to get an invitation code. Now, what is invitation code? Once you get on the portal, this is a special portal for visitor visa. So once you guys get on this website, you see you need an invite code. Now, and it's mandatory because to start. Now, how to get an invitation code? And it was okay, get invitation code. Now this is a code which is valid until 25th of January in order to sign up. So go back to your portal for the visa, copy paste. I will put the same email address. I'll put my surname here. My given name is optional, but I have a habit of putting my name, so I'll put it there. I'll put my contact number and sign up. So verification code is being sent on my work email. I will quickly check and see what. So here I am. Terms and conditions, I will accept. Now this is a dashboard. Now what you guys have to do here is you have to create profile for anyone from your family visiting Canada. In my case, it was my mom and dad. So I would click in here, apply for visitor visa, transit visa, or study permit. Okay, now this tells you before you even apply, you need to make sure that you check the certain conditions and terms before your application. You need to make sure you have a credit card to pay your application fee, and then you have to follow these steps to complete the application. It's very generic. I would go and start the application. Do you want to apply for more than one person at the same time? I would say yes, and I will select the type of group of people that applies in my situation. So in my case, it was family. I will create the name I will put my last name to create a name for the application. And now here it's my group because it's more than one people. You need to create a group. So that's my group by the name Makija, and then I'm going to add members in it. So you see this, you got two rows right here. So I will continue on one. So I want to apply for a visitor visa. Tell us more. Why do you need a visa? Now, in my case, there are several options, and I'm 100% sure that whoever you guys are inviting to come to Canada will fall into one of these categories. In my case, it will be my parents, which is right here. And so there are two criteria. One is parents of permanent resident of Canada, and one is right here, parents right here, parents of international student or temporary worker. So if I was applying this visa for my parents 2 years back, I would click on this option because I was international student. But currently I'm a permanent resident. I will go for this option. Click on it and tell us more about what will you do in Canada. It will be very brief. It says that you have to write zero, like you can put maximum 475 characters, but then I just mentioned that in my case, I just mentioned that I am inviting my parents to visit me on my birthday. You can say, so you guys need to make sure the dates that you are mentioning has to be at least 2 to 3 months after, because they take 1 to 2 months to process the application. So if you're writing your birthdays in 2 weeks, definitely you won't be able to get that visa. So I would write my birthday on, let's say, 15th of May. That's it. And if you want to clarify a little bit more, in my case, I mentioned a second line, which was as I haven't seen my family in last 3 years. That's it. When will you enter Canada? You do not have to have tickets in order to apply for a visa, but these are the dates, which is approximate. So if you see here, it's mentioned here, select an approximate date. I would always select something 4 or 5 months later. So 2023, my birthday is in 15th, like in May. So I will say May, and the day I will select would be, I don't know, 7th of May. When will you leave? I would say a month. So May, June, June 7th. Do you have a unique client identifier? Now this number is for the applications which have been processed in past. Whoever is applying this for the first time, obviously you guys won't have UCI number, but then whoever has applied any application in Canada will definitely have a UCI number. This is for the first time we are doing it, so we will not put any UCI number here. Continue. Right after that page, you will get to know what major documents you will need. Now, this page will tell you documents you need to complete the application. You will definitely need a letter of invitation, valid passport, travel document, letter of invitation. I will also attach a format that I use for my application down in the video. So if whoever is looking for a format for letter of invitation will be there. You need to provide your personal details, travel document, finances, education history, medical and family information. So continue. Are you applying on behalf of someone else? If you are preparing an application for someone else, you are a representative. So I am doing it for my parents, I'm a representative. To be someone's representative, you must provide the right form to show you have permission to handle that application for them. Later in the application, I will show you guys what form you need to fill because you are a representative. You are not an applicant in the application. So in my case, I will say yes, because I'm a representative. Are you an authorized paid representative? This is for the agent. So when you hire an agent, they always select an option, yes, but I'm not paid because I'm part of the family. They will ask you what's your relation with someone coming to Canada. You will say family member. In case of friends, you can put friends. Others would be like, I don't know, your in-laws or extended family members. You can put it there. In my case, it's family members, so I'll put that. Information about the representative. So that's my information. I will put my name there. I will put my first name. I will put cellular, Canada, US. That's my number right here. Where do I live? Canada. I will type my address here. And then it will automatically pick up your address. Email address, I will correct it. It's it's. Perfect. Let's continue. Now, travel document information for the applicant. Your parents' last name. I will put my dad's last name. I do not have to provide his first name, but if you guys want to provide his first name, you can definitely put it here. Date of birth, 1954, June 3rd. And then the gender and continue. Passport number, you will put the passport. What document are you traveling with? So you'll put passport, what kind of passport, it's regular. Select the country code that matches the one on your passport is India. What nationality on the passport is India. What's your passport or travel document number? So let's say XYZ123. Confirm your passport travel document number, XYZ123. Date of issue, I would say 19th of September 2017, and date of expiry 8th of June 2027. And then, are you lawful permanent resident of the United States with a valid green card? No. Have you held Canadian visitor visa in past year? No. Do you currently hold a valid US non-immigrant visa? No. Are you traveling to Canada by air? Yes. Okay, save and continue. Now, citizenship and places where the applicant has lived. He has lived only in India, so I will put India. City or town where you were born, I will put city and the country. Are you citizen of more than one country? No. Which country are you citizen of? India. I'm a citizen of this country since birth, so it will automatically pick up your birthday. Continue. Do you have a valid national identity document? Yes, in India we have an Aadhaar card number. We will put the number right here. AWOSK1235. Date of issue. Now, there was a little bit of complication, especially for Indians applying visitor visa for their parents or family. Aadhaar card number, the one which were issued long time back, doesn't have a date of issue on their card, but the new ones have date of issue. So what I did, I actually took the date from the passport, like the date of issue for the passport and date of issue for the Aadhaar card number. I kept it same because there's no date of issue in my Aadhaar card, or sorry, my dad's Aadhaar card, because it was made long time back. So I will just put the date of issue for the passport and select the country that issued this document. It's like obviously India. Have you had any other name in past? No. Country or territory of residence. What is your residential address? I will put India. Street address, I will put XYZ123. City is Lucknow. Postal code is optional. I won't put. It's a mailing address, same as your residential address. Yes. Country. List your country or territory of residence, then I'll add other countries where you have lived for the past 5 years. My dad has lived only in India, so I will put only India since birth. India, what is your status? He's a citizen. Citizen from what date? So I will put my dad's date of birth. And this is currently he still lives, and save. Now, in case if any one of you, like my brother, has traveled to other countries, I have lived in other countries, so I will put all the details from what date to what date I lived in what countries and what was my status. I was worker, so I will put worker, but in my parents' situation right now, they haven't lived anywhere else for more than, they have traveled, but they haven't lived for more than 6 months in any other country. So I will continue. Now, biometrics. Whoever is coming to Canada has to give biometrics, and they are valid for 10 years. So it is asking me, do we already have your fingerprint photo? Are they still valid? No, they have never done biometrics before. So no, and save and continue. who is inviting you? So I am inviting them. I will put my details, my last name. I won't put my first name. What is the relationship? Family member. My address is 122. It will automatically auto-populate. My number, Canada. Email address would be the same. Has someone else also invited you? No. Now, finances, very important section of the application. How much money do you think people should bring in? If you go on the IRCC website, they will always tell you if there's a family of 2 members, there has to be $10,000. In my dad's case, I have shown enough money. I would say if you're putting mom and dad together, there should be $20,000 in the bank account. Again, I am not a certified immigration consultant or a professional. I showed whatever we could, but I think for a couple, $20,000 is a must to show on their bank account. And I'll put it here. Is someone else giving you money for your stay? I did put yes in there. Because, and I will say that, my son living in Canmore, Alberta would be providing financial assistance for our stay, travel, and health expenses. That's it. And when I will put my documents, I will also attach my bank statement for the checking account, for savings account. I even put a statement for my investment in crypto. So that's how I think everyone should put details here. Again, only numbers, so you can put 20,000 for 2 of them. Save and continue. Yes. Have you ever studied post-secondary school? Yes. I will put my dad's details here. You have to put what year, since when, but we're not going to that far, so I'll put no. Work history. Have you ever served in military? No. Give details of your employment and activities for the past 10 years. My dad hasn't worked. He has always been into business. So I would pick up a date, maybe 20 years back. I would say 2000. Approximate month June, which is ongoing. Work, I would say business. Job title, I would say I am, for my mom's case, I put homemaker. For my dad's case, I did put my business. Yeah, I did put business, and the job title was manager. Or I can actually put other. There should be other, because he owns a business and I don't see any other option which relates to owning a business. So I would rather put other if there is an option. And I remember I put other. Oh, he has a consultancy business, so I remember I put other service support related occupation. Company employer, I will put my dad's business name, ABC Consultant. Main duties of the job, what he does in the business, you can put it here. Country, street address, city of the business. And I think I have to do that in order to, okay, let's do that. So 2000 January, which is ongoing, work is business, job title is other, sales support related, company employer ABC consultant, main duties, I would say NGO consultant. That's what majorly he does. The country street address would be A B C 1 2 3. City town would be this, and save. Okay, it's all good. So save and continue. During past 5 years, have you traveled to a country other than one where you are a citizen or where you have lived before? Yes, he has traveled to Dubai, and yeah, just majorly Dubai, but I won't put that. But if someone has traveled, you guys can go here and put yes, and then you have to add the countries that you have visited. When did you enter? When did you leave? You will see all the stamp details on a passport for that, just to let you know. Yeah, so I'll put no here in order to finish this and show you guys the documents required for this application. Travel history continued. Have you ever stayed in Canada beyond the validity of your status? They have never been to Canada, so I'll put no. Have you ever been refused a visa or permit? No. Now, security questions. Have you committed any crime? No. Have you ever been arrested? No. Have you been ever charged? No. Have you ever been convicted? No. Security questions continued. Have you been a member of political party? No. Have you ever witnessed, participated ill treatment of prisoner? No. Medical background. Have you had a medical exam performed by IRCC? No. In certain cases, you need to go through a medical exam, but they never requested from my parents' visa. So, in the last 2 years, were you diagnosed tuberculosis? No. In the last year, have you been in close contact with a person with tuberculosis? No. Are you currently receiving dialysis treatment? No. Have you had drug alcohol addiction? No. Mental health? No. Have you been diagnosed with syphilis? No. Okay, marital status. Interesting part here. So if you put married, there would be a question about when did you get married. So I will put I don't remember the date, but I will put a random date here. 1998, June, or maybe January. And name of his spouse, I will put my mom's last name. I won't put first name here. Date of birth. Country, territory, India. Present occupation, she's a homemaker, so I'll put homemaker. Is the address same? Yes. Will your spouse or common law partner accompany you to Canada? Yes. This is very important. And then we save and continue. Do you have any biological adopted stepchildren? This is a long application, so you guys have to be very patient. They will ask you about every single thing in your family. Now, we are 4 brothers and sisters. Now, so I have to put everyone's date of birth, everyone's details, where are they living with the parents, are they living somewhere else, those addresses. So you need to put all those addresses here. So just to cut that short, I will put no here so that we can go ahead with the application. Okay, now tell us about your parents. Now in this case, I have to put my grandparents' information because it's not like I am representative for my parents, so we need to put their parents' details. So you have to put their parents' detail, like your grandparents' detail. I won't go through that as well because again, it's lots of information there. So I will say I don't know who my parents are. Funny. Save and continue. What is your native language? You can put your native language as if you are from India. You can put Hindi. Can you communicate in English and or French? You can put English. What language do you want us to contact you in English? Save and continue. Email address. Your email address. So if you are inviting your parents, you will put your email address. And continue. telephone number, your telephone number, so you can put cellular Canada 437, add, and continue. Summary of your information. Now it gives you a summary of whatever you have filled in until now. If you guys want to edit anything, you can press on any of these buttons next to the your options here, and then save and continue. Okay, this page will tell you what all documents are required in order to process this application. National identity document is considered as the Aadhaar card, front and back. Passport travel document, it will tell you that you need to upload a passport with the scanned copy of the pages which has any stamps on it. So if you have traveled abroad, if you have traveled any other country, you will have exit and entry stamp. They will like to see all the pages with stamps. So scan that. Funds. So if you guys remember, we put $20,000 for the couple traveling to Canada. So you need to provide those details. People who are working for a company, who are employed, they need to provide their bank details, that their salaries are coming in, these are their savings. In my dad's case, I have to put my dad's house evaluation, his business evaluation, his business account details, his savings account details. So all those documents were here. Use of representative, IMM 5476. It's a very easy document to fill in. I will make another video on how to fill this document. It's very self-explanatory. You do not require you don't even have to Google anything. It's very straightforward form. Marriage certificate is very important. Consent personal information is only applies if you are authorizing IRCC, and Canada Border Service agencies release information from your case file to someone other than yourself. Very important. They don't say what form is this, but I can actually show you what is consent personal information form is. That form is known as IMM 574E. This is a form. It doesn't say what form, but this is a form. So you guys have to fill this because your parents are giving consent to IRCC to release information regarding them to you because I am applying visa for them. So this is important. Employer letter. So I said my dad works for he doesn't work for anyone, he has his own business. So in case if your parents are employed somewhere, you will put their employment letter. If your parents are having a business, you have to put two documents here if they own a business. One is their business certificate. So I registered my dad's business online, depending upon how big is the business. If it's a small, mid-scale business or a large business, you need to apply or register the business according to the size of the business. And they have different websites to register. If someone would like to know that, you can drop your comments and I will tell you what website is it to register the business. So business certificate will come here, and ITR. So ITR will show income tax return in India, will show that you have paid this much taxes, especially for people who own business in India. They file ITR manually, so they need to upload those documents here. So in my dad's case, I uploaded business certificate, and the second document that I uploaded was 3 years of ITR that he has filed in ITR. Additional documents. In additional documents, I would always put letter of invitation that I'm inviting my parents. If anyone would like to know the format, I will put the format down in the video so you guys can copy that or refer it for an idea. And I put my financial documents. So before submitting my financial document, I created a PDF file of 2 to 3 documents. The first one was letter of explanation, which specifies that I will bear all the cost of my parents staying in Canada with regards to their expenses, their food, their stay, their health, their travel, everything. And right after that letter, I also uploaded my check-ins bank account detail, my savings bank account details, and my investment details, that this much money I have. Yeah, so those documents will go in additional documents. It's pretty simple if you have all the documents to apply for the visitor visa, and it was quick, boom boom. So once you continue, it will take you to a payment page, and payment is somewhere $120 per application. But then again, once you do that, you actually have to go back, return to group table, and you have to do the same for your mother or the other way. And you have to go through all those details for your mother. There's a column. So once you will start filling application or details for your mother, there would be a column for finances, like how much money she's bringing in. So you guys can put there $0, and then in explanation you can put that that your father is bearing all the cost and your son as well in Canada. And in your letter of explanation, you can also put, well, you will anyways put that you are bearing cost for both of them. So you guys need to make sure that you put $0, not 20,000. If you put 20,000 in mothers and 20,000 in fathers, then you need to show financial assistance of $40,000. And yeah, it's pretty easy. You guys have to do this and submit it, and just wait and watch. You guys have actually saved $2,000 by watching this video. If you have any questions, just drop it down in the video, and I will try to reply as soon as I see those messages, or if I have an answer for that. And yeah, don't forget to share and subscribe this channel if you like the content of this video, and if it has helped you or will help anyone in your surrounding. So yeah, have a good one, and bye bye until the next video.